All right, hey everyone. So unfortunately, I can't go live on Facebook, so this will be posted on Facebook after the fact. So I wanted to talk about just some things that happened over the last couple of days, and again, these are things that are prayers. You know, the ideas that are evoked, they come from our prayers and the prayers that I say. I often say prayer is poetry, that it is meant to, the words are meant to strike us at different times. The words are very rich and the imagery. So when you're feeling well, they hit you one way. When you're not feeling well, they hit you another way. So I came down with a cold on Saturday. It is typical symptoms, nothing to be concerned about. It actually started the week before they closed the schools. Our daughter came down with a cold, and these things tend to happen when you're in the home all the time, where they go around to each different person, and now it's my turn. So I'm kind of fighting a cold right now, and I thought about our just talking to different people who are sick. And one of the things that I'm now, as we are into this crisis, this pandemic, we were with someone, of course, social distancing, 6 feet away on the other day. And she said, I don't know anyone who has the coronavirus. We're supposed to be, and maybe it's just because I'm a rabbi and I'm connected to so many different congregants and people. I know a number of people who have the coronavirus, and heard horrible stories. Some who are, it's a little bit easier, and some who are on respirators. Some people who were completely healthy, and then they're on respirators. And it talks about the idea of our bodies and how we kind of take them for granted. When times are good, we don't think about it. But there is actually a prayer that I wanted to share with you that is in our liturgy. And I'm going to share it with you right now. And it's a blessing for our bodies. So you see here, I'm sorry, this is the wrong one. Blessing for our bodies. Here it is. Blessings for our bodies. Okay, does everyone see that? It says blessing for our body. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah? Okay, great. All right, so Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'chokhmah u'vara bo nekavim chalulim galui v'yadua lifnei hisei kvodecha shim yefateach echad mehem o yisatem echad mehem אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך, ברוך אתה השם, רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשות. Praise are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, fashioning the human body in wisdom, creating openings, arteries, glands, and organs, marvelous in structure, intricate in design. Should but one of them fail to function by being blocked or opened, it would be impossible to survive and to serve you. Praised are you, Adonai, healer of all flesh, sustaining our bodies in wondrous ways. The amazing thing of, even though we know so much more about science, the body is still an incredible wonder. It's an incredible wonder how it all works. We still study it. We still don't know much even about the brain, which is the most complex organism that we know of in the universe. And here, this prayer that we say, we're supposed to say it every time we go to the bathroom. After we go to the bathroom, we're supposed to say it. And we say it every morning when we wake up, because we're checking ourselves, right? We're all here, okay? And then we say this prayer, thank God, Modani, thank you for giving me my soul back. And then we pray for the gift of our body. And it talks about the idea that Judaism is not just about the soul, but about the body. And we take the physical very seriously. That's why we put on tefillin. We put these boxes on our head, on our arm, and it has pieces of Torah that are inscribed in it. We wear Torah. Our bodies, the physicality of life is equal to our souls, to the spiritual. Physical and spiritual are brought together. That's what Judaism is about. And I think about this as I think about this prayer. If just one of the openings would stop up, would be blocked, it would be impossible to survive to serve you. We would be miserable, and we are miserable when we're sick because things are not normal, and we can't take that for granted. The next prayer the next scene I want to show you is something that inspired me over the last couple of days. And this first was sent to me by my sister, who is in Queens in New York. This was sent to her by a friend of hers who lives in Manhattan. And then I found a picture that was posted on the news, on the news, on Reuters, I think it was. And let me show you that. So it is this picture right here. Everyone see that? Okay, so this picture was taken a couple days ago as the Navy ship called Comfort sailed in to New York. And we see here the Statue of Liberty. And I think that this is going to be one of those iconic pictures of this pandemic here in the US. I posted this on Facebook, and someone said, it seems like it's from another era. And I said, caption this. What do you think it says? And I wanted to share also, and I said, another era, and I posted this picture. You see that? It's kind of this silver tone. It looks like it could be from the 1918, from the Spanish flu, right? This hospital ship coming in. And it got me thinking about who our heroes are of this crisis. And the heroes, we have different heroes for every different crisis. For World War II was obviously our soldiers. For 9/11, I'm skipping over different crises, but 9/11, it was our first responders and firemen. And we have that iconic picture of the flag being raised up at ground zero by the firefighters. And our new kind of heroes for this moment, and we're living through history right now, our moments, the heroes are our nurses, our doctors, and even the janitors, everyone who is in hospitals and doctors' offices, who are on the front lines of this pandemic, who don't have the proper medical equipment to protect themselves, who are sleeping outside in their tents outside of their homes because they don't want to infect their family, putting not only their lives at risk, but their families' lives at risk. I wanted to show you a prayer, the Mishaber for the Cholim, that is different in the Sim Shalom than it is in other Sidurim. There was something new that was added. And here I'm going to show you right now. And it's not this one. Not that one. You are seeing me do this. Let's see here. Open. Very professional, I know. Very professional. Here it is. Okay, so I highlighted this line. We say, may God who bless our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bring blessing and healing to, and we say the names, and to all those who suffer illnesses within our congregational family. May the Holy and mercifully restore them to health and to vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being, together with all others who are ill. V'chazek et yedei ha'oskim betzorcheihem. Hashta ba'agala ubizman kariv and omar amen. Together with all others who are ill, and strengthen those who tend to them. We hope and pray that healing is at hand, and let us say amen. And I thought about this. I thought about this crisis and how we add this to our prayers, that it's not just the people who are suffering with illness who need healing, but it's also and strength and chizuk, but it's also the people who are caring for the people who are sick who need strength and healing. And I've talked to caregivers in our congregation, people who have spouses who have COVID-19. And I spoke to my friends who are doctors and nurses, my sister-in-law, and we're having a panel discussion tonight, live at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. And I'll share that with you right now. But it talks to me about this idea of, here it is, here's the flyer, Healers on the Front Lines, panel discussion with CSK members on the front lines of COVID-19. Tuesday, March 31st, we have 6 panelists. We have Debbie Thompson, Larissa Scanlon, Karen Katz. Debbie Thompson is a nurse practitioner. Larissa Scanlon, a physician. Dr. Ari Pessa, who's going to also Zoom in. He is a ER physician at Boca Regional. Tara Sheeran, my sister-in-law, who's an ICU nurse, and Sabrina Fox-Meiselman, also a registered nurse, who's dealing with the crisis on a larger scale as being kind of a manager, a regional director of nurses, are going to share how they're coping with this and what they're seeing, things that we may not be seeing. But I wanted to say that I love this line that was added in the Segar, that we strengthen the hands of those who are helping the people who are healing. And we're praying for them also. It shows that we not only do we pray to God for healing, but we also pray to God for strength. And we pray to God, we acknowledge that as human beings, we are partners in creation and partners in healing with God. And I think this is such an important message for today. We are in a covenantal relationship with God. We are in covenant. That means we are in a relationship. It means God is a creator, and we help God in God's everlasting, every day, this idea of mechadesh b'chol yom tamid, of creating the world anew every day. We are part of that. And our healers are on the front lines of this. And so I hope you can join us tonight for a panel discussion. I want to thank all of our healers out there, and we're going to add some prayers tonight to help them, to pray not just for those who are sick, but for them, for our caregivers. And I want to thank you all for being here. I'll see you tonight.